So I learned the hard way. So it's not aerospace, it's actually space.
Space.
Yeah, first time I got with the SpaceX folks and started saying aerospace, they're like, We go to aerospace to get to space. All right, got it. So that was the first step. As far as energy, in regards to the question, I'd like to say that Brownsville-Harlingen metro area has really done a good job. And look, we've hit 3 home runs in a row. 2 of them are the LNG plants and the other one's a SpaceX operation. Before I get to SpaceX, the LNG plants, liquefied natural gas. The first one is under construction right now. They are at about 2,000 employees right now. Next year, or later this year, they're going to hit their peak. They're in their second year of 5 years of construction. Later this year, they're going to hit 5,000 employees. That is a huge boon, even for a city of 200,000, for a county of 500,000 people. That's $18 billion in capital investment. And then the other LNG plant, which is starting to move dirt, and they'll start really ramping up construction later this year. They're at their peak, they'll be at about 4,000 employees. And these will be happening simultaneously. So we're seeing a lot of people moving into the community, a lot of people from the valley really driving into the Brownsvilles, into the Harlingens for some of these jobs. And that's the economic impact. It's a very far-reaching impact that these 2 projects are having. And in addition to that, we're hopeful that we'll be announcing here in the next 2 to 3 weeks another project very related to energy that we were provided that opportunity because of these plants coming in. And again, that one is, it should be another home run. It should be another Lombardi Trophy. We just watched Super Bowl, right? Another Lombardi Trophy in our trophy case. SpaceX, that is a $3.4 billion operation. And last year, they were at about 2,600 employees. I just started in this position about 4 months ago. So when I started, called over there, and they were at 3,400 employees. Called on Monday just to kind of get some numbers. They're at 3,800 employees right now, and growing. They're not stopping. And it's a combination of rocket scientists, pipe fitters, welders, soldierers, engineers, tech designers, technicians, so on and so forth. And so that particular company, their economic impact right now is about $6.5 billion local impact. And when you ask them the definition of local, it's the Rio Grande Valley. And as their manifest starts increasing, as they start doing more launches, that number's going to start getting bigger and bigger. I think they're doing business right now with a little over 100 local vendors, contractors, so on and so forth, suppliers. So, their reach is pretty far. Now, quick little story. I was there with the leadership a few weeks ago, and met with their leadership, and one of their engineers gave us a quick tour, some of the new things they had going on, and I started asking some questions about himself, right? Because I was very intrigued. It's kind of looked like me, sounded like me. He's got to be from around here. And turns out, he graduated from high school, went off to work at the oil rigs in North Dakota, had a family, and then after a while he said, this is starting to get pretty dangerous, and I've got little ones, I got to figure something out. So then he went to the university. He went and got an engineering degree. Took him a while, but he got it. And then he worked at a couple of places, got some experience, and then he got the call. He got the call from SpaceX a few years ago, and one of 2 reasons he wanted to work for them. One is because it's SpaceX, cool company, where else can you go and build rockets? And the other one is, I get to go back home to Texas. And that story is not just unique to him, but to a lot of people that work at SpaceX. We had no idea 14 years ago, when we started working this project, that's the impact it was going to have. In addition to providing opportunities, I think 70% of their workforce is local from the valley. Where they said we're seeing a lot of people that left the valley are coming back to work for this company. This person graduated from Edinburgh North, and that is the economic impact that that project is having.
If you drive by too in some of these areas, it's probably the highest concentration of both tower cranes and other mobile cranes that you can see for the LNG plant. A really phenomenal operation and amount of investment in human resources and construction and engineering for those facilities as well.
You know, that's what that if you haven't driven by, want to go to SpaceX, you just have to go see it. It's no pun intended, right out of the world. But the LNG plants, you drive for 3.5 miles of non-stop construction. That's how massive these operations are. And that's 1 to 2.
Now, those are great anchors for new industries. Do you see anything, are you anticipating any new development around supporting space and the LNG operations outside of the current construction and the current projects?
Yeah, so we're hopeful here in about 3 to 4 weeks we'll be making an announcement on a company that's coming in to supply aerospace, space, energy, as well as the medical and health sector. A lot of what they're going to be supplying is over here, and because we had a landing pad for them, we had everything for them that they needed in order to start construction immediately, they were able to hopefully pick grounds on it, and if they do, then that'll be a great example of a big fish draws other big fish, and that one is about $250 million in capital investment and several hundred jobs, so on and so forth. So for us, it's just exciting to see the level of projects that we're working today as opposed to 5 to 10 years ago.